Hey all, this is Deepak Patel, and this video is for financial and investment advisor or people who spend their time to help other people achieve financial freedom by providing financial products and solution. Now, what I like to discuss in this video is, the power of math is what I call it. Now, what this essentially means is in all my interaction with financial and investment advisor and also working with my clients who are only financial advisors, because that is a group of people that I focus on. I see that people and advisors kind of sometimes miss some simple math which really can impact their entire strategy when it comes to getting clients, getting appointments, and honestly achieving what they can achieve. And here is one of the thing. There's a lot of different metrics and math we use in our client acquisition strategy, but today I like to just talk about a very fundamental thing that you must think about. So if you are an advisor who is looking to grow your practice, then you want to at least focus on this very important math. And it really goes down to, like, what is your you know goal, right? So AUM goals, because if you are focusing on investments and you know asset management, then AUM obviously is a key part of your strategy. And also AUM is what gives advisors long term trail income, which really becomes a sustainable income. And this is really what allows advisors to stop focusing on getting clients long term and focus more on servicing people and really growing their practice from the existing client. But until you get a critical mass of asset under management, which in my view it is at least $100 million, you should be actively seeking to get clients. And even if you have 100 million, if you want to go and grow your business, then you should be looking to get more clients, because the reality is, let's say you had 100 million in asset today, there will be withdrawals. People are going to die, people would need money, and that 100 is going to come down. The market might go down, right? So a lot of things can happen that will impact. But let's talk about the goals. Now, typically what I see, most advisors have goal somewhere between 5 to, let's say, $12 million per year, which means if you got anywhere between $5 million to $12 million asset every year under management, they would be pretty happy. And I speak with a lot of advisors, and this is the number that I'm seeing. There are some advisors that want more than 20, 30, and that's fine. But this is like an example I want to take. So if you have that, the first math that you need to do is what I refer to as, let's put it at the end, right? How many clients you need to achieve that goal? That's a very important question, and a lot of advisors don't think about it, because they start by looking into who they can meet with, and generally they are looking to meet anybody who is open to meet them, and the entire math gets messed up. So what I typically like to do and what I recommend is, you need to have an idea on the client, and obviously that would come with some kind of an average value, right, of asset that the client can bring. And this then helps you look into appointments, how many appointments you need to get that many client. So let's do a simple math. Let's say your target is the $12 million. Okay, so let's just focus on the big number, because why not, right? Why not make more money? Because obviously there's a lot more money out there for you to grab. So let's say if your goal is $12 million, then there is a different type of math. So if you got 12 clients with $1 million, then you achieve the goal, right? Or you got 24 clients with $500,000, then you're going to achieve that goal. or you got 48 clients with 250K, then you're going to achieve the goal. So this is like some rough math on the average value of the asset, right? So this is like the average value. And of course, some will have more, some will have less. But the key here is if you do think like this, and if you start with the math, and let's say to close and get 12 clients, if you are, good at sales, which, you might need some help, but let's say if you're closing just 25% people, right? That means you are going to need 48 meetings to get 12 clients, right? And you're going to need whatever 24 times this is, I think it's about 96. So you're going to need that. And then it's going to be close to 200, right? Approximately, to get 48 clients. So this is where I start with when I start working with advisors, because once you know how many appointments you need and what kind of average value you need, you can start to focus on where can we find prospect, because there's no point in going after people with $10 and $5,000 accounts when you want to go for something big, because the reality is, and I'll talk about this in a separate video because it is a large topic by itself, it is the same effort to find a client with 10K, which is to find a client with, $1 million. Pretty much. There might be small variations, but the approach we take, the steps we follow, and every single thing is exactly the same. And I know you probably find it hard to believe, but when I do a separate video on that, you would agree with me that it is pretty much the same. So if you have this type of thinking in your client acquisition, then you would do well, because now you can say who can have $250,000 in asset. Let's say we take $500,000 in asset. And then you start to look at executives, you can start to look at sales professionals, you might even look at business owners with, a business with 5 to 10 employees. And you start to only focus on those people, because, if you look around your locations and area, there are many professionals. I mean, $500,000 in asset, everybody should have it. Like, unless, people are, low income workers, then they won't. But anybody working in professional industry should have that. Like, for example, technology industry, information technology industry. I came from that. I can tell you that after 10 years of experience in the industry, everybody have this money, right? So now if you have this math, you can focus on a group of people, because the reality is you only need to meet 96 people, right? Which means it's not a big number, right? There are like, 365 days a year minus some weekends. You still would need to get just, one meeting in 2 or 3 days, right? So when you think like this, you start to really get a very positive view of how you can get clients and how can you grow your practice, because now you don't need 15-20 meetings a week. You just need to have 3 to 4 quality meetings and you can achieve your target. So I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, then just send me a message and I'll be more than happy to have a quick chat with you. So hope that you found this valuable, and I will speak with you later. Thank you.